Hello everyone, welcome in today as number 2 Penn State takes on number 20 TCU here at Amon C. Carter Stadium in Texas. This will be our last non-conference opponent of the season, and it's going to offer a pretty tough matchup. However, I think we're built to beat TCU. They were in the college football playoff last season, but I have no reason to think they're near as good this year without Max Duggan. They do still have Quentin Johnston on their team, but overall they lost a lot of star players. As Penn State's going to open up with the ball, and Pribula pulls it here on this 1st and 10 play. He's going right up the middle of the field, and he's going to pick up 10 and another Penn State first down. They already have 2 in this game. He's going to go to Singleton on the next play, who gets blown up in the backfield for a loss of 1. That was a pretty tough play, but we decide to go right back to Singleton once again, and this play only works moderately better. We end up picking up 4, giving ourselves a 3rd and 7, and Pribula is going to be forced to pass it as you'd expect. He's standing and maneuvering the pocket well, but he throws it right to Perkins McCall, and that's going to be an INT to end this first drive. Are we going to be able to get to him? And no, we do not. Somehow Pribula misses that tackle. It's up to DeWalt Ondijo to take him down, and he dives and misses him. That's going to be a pick 6 for TCU. They're going to take an early 6-0 lead here in this game in front of their home fans and get this stadium riled up. That's certainly not how I expected this game to begin for us, as TCU's up 7-0. Pribula takes the field again, and we go right back to Nick Singleton once again, and he broke 1 tackle and picked up 7 yards. That was some tough running. On 2nd and 3, we go right back to Nick Singleton, leaning into the ground game, and he has a chance to get around the edge, but he doesn't quite do it. He can't beat the corner. That seems to be an element that we have missed, is a big play rushing attack. They seem to be pretty good at getting some short explosive runs, but they can't break the long one. As Katron Allen checks in and goes for 4. On the next play, Singleton's back in after getting a break, and he's going to take that for 6 and a Nittany Lion first down. As I was saying, though, I really would like to see us break off some more 20-plus yard rushes. It just really hasn't happened this season, and if it has, I think it's been by Bo Pribula most of the time, honestly. So hopefully we can lean into that a little bit, as on 2nd and 5, we throw a screen out there to Lambert Smith, and he ends up losing 2, setting us up with a 3rd and 6. Pribula looking to pass it, as we have to do in this situation. He does throw it and find an open Keandre Lambert Smith for a first down and a 27-yard gain. We are moving on this drive right now, as Pribula's in the pistol formation, going back to the ground game, but Singleton ends up losing 3 on that play. That one didn't work in our favor. We go right back to Singleton, though, on the next play, and he picks up the 3 yards he lost, but that's it. So now we're set in 3rd and 10. Pribula is going to pass it as you'd expect, standing in the pocket. He felt some pressure there and ends up throwing it underneath to Avery DeWalt Ondijo. He only picked up 1, so I expect we're going to kick a field goal here, but James Franklin decides to go for it. So of course Pribula is going to pass it, and he finds Wallace the 3rd for a first down. He broke that first tackle, but that's okay. We get down to the 11-yard line, keeping this drive alive, as I don't know what happened there. Pribula threw that and it hit DeWalt Ondijo right in the back. And it's been a while since I played this game, so I don't remember if that was intended for him or not. Singleton gets that carry and takes it for 5, bringing up a 3rd down, and Pribula's going to pass it. It looks like we're throwing a screen to Saunders. He caught it, but he got stuffed. They call it a 1-yard gain, but it's still 4th and 5, and this time we do settle for that field goal, making this score 7-3. Let's see if TCU can answer, as we get a touchback on the kickoff, and then they are starting to try to move the ball a little bit, but Chandler Morris seems to not be very effective, as that was a quick, I think it was like 4 plays and out, and then we get the ball back, as the first pass of this drive goes to Avery DeWalt Ondijo for 11 and a Nittany Lion first down. We are here near the beginning of the 2nd quarter as well. I just wanted to point that out. Singleton gets a carry for 2 on this play, and then we go and run play action off of Singleton. Pribula stands in that pocket, and he's going to fire it deep to Lambert Smith. However, he just slightly underthrew it, and the corner was able to come up and knock that pass down. So it's 3rd and 8, and we're going to run read option, and Pribula pulls that, and he looks like he's going to get to the sticks and more. That's a 15-yard carry and a Nittany Lion first down. Pribula's dropping back to pass this one on 2nd down, and that pass wasn't even close. He's still young, so he suffers from them crazy incompletions sometimes. On 2nd down, though, Pribula's moving around in the pocket once again, and he threw it behind Harrison Wallace the 3rd. We're lucky that didn't get picked off on a deflection. Bringing up another 3rd down for Pribula, and he's going to end up throwing it underneath again to Avery DeWalt Ondijo. However, this one's dropped, and we're forced to just punt it back to TCU. Let's see if they can answer and extend their lead in this one. It looks like they're moving pretty good, and they do get into the end zone. It becomes a 14-3 game as we take back over. Pribula's going to pass it on first down. He finds tight end Tyler Warren. That one's taken out to about the 35-40 yard line. That's a great play. On 1st and 10, we're going to go ahead and hand the ball off to Singleton again, and he's going to go up the middle and pick up 8 yards. That's a pretty good carry on first down. It's 2nd and 2, and we are in the gun. We are actually going to pass this. We probably should have ran it, looking back, and that's exactly what I do with Pribula. However, he fumbles fumbles the ball. Luckily for us, Avery DeWalt on Dejo is able to get over there and recover that, and we don't turn it over to TCU. On the next play, Singleton's getting a carry, and look at that run. Him and his blue face pick up 8 yards. That's just the second time I've ever seen that happen, but I still think that's hilarious, seeing a guy with a blue face. It's 3rd and 1 now, and Pribula's going to pass it here. He's standing in the pocket. He throws it. Tyler Warren in the flats. That's going to be a first down as he ends up taking that for 8 yards down to the 35-yard line. We have just 2 minutes left in this half as Pribula's going to pass it once again on first down. He ends up doing the smart thing and checking it down to Tyler Warren. He's able to pick up just a couple yards. That's okay, though. We'll take it as we're still draining the clock. Down to 1:30, he finds Tyler Warren once again. That's a 12-yard gain down to the 20-yard line. That's a pretty big play keeping this drive going. Pribula again checking it down. Tyler Warren with 3 straight receptions, and this time he has a chance to get to the end zone, but they get him down at the 1-yard line. Tyler Warren's been a big part of our offense on this drive. First down, Pribula pulls it on read option, and he goes in for 6. We answer, making this a 14-9 game pending the extra point. We'll probably hit it, making it 14-10, and yes, we do. TCU's going to take over. Let's see if we can stop them without them getting any points. And that's exactly what we do. We end up deciding to throw a Hail Mary to end the half. Problem is, we end up going down and taking a sack. We never even get the pass off. That's okay. It's 14-10 as we enter halftime against TCU. It's been a pretty tough fought game, and they've been better than I thought. I figured we'd be able to beat them a little bit easier. However, once you dive into the stats, there's no reason they should even be in this game. That turnover early in this game that went for a touchdown really did hurt us, as TCU only has 62 yards of offense in the first half. They've been kind of terrible, actually. I don't see how they are leading this game. I guess if you take away that turnover, like I said, they're not leading anymore. It'd be 10-7, but still, our offense needs to perform better in the second half. And this will be a rare occasion where we start off with the ball. Pribula's on the move out to the right. He ends up checking it down. Once again, that's Tyler Warren, who's quietly been his favorite target in this game. He takes it for 6. That sets up a 2nd and 4, and Singleton gets blown up in the backfield. That ends up being a 2-yard loss. That was a great play by TCU. Every now and then you got to tip your hat, so we decide to throw a screen to Nick Singleton. That one doesn't work out. We couldn't get our speed back to beat number 6. He ends up taking us down, so we have to go for it on 4th and 5, at least in the eyes of James Franklin. And we run play action. Pribula's on the move to the right. He's not having anybody come open, and he barely gets that pass off. We're going to go ahead and turn it over and get no points to begin the second half. However, somehow we end up back with the ball really quickly, and Pribula's pass was almost picked off as his arm was going forward and got hit as he released it. It's 2nd and 10, and we go to Nick Singleton. He's only going to pick up a couple yards there, as that brings up a 3rd and 3. Forcing Pribula to once again have to drop back and pass it, and he's feeling the pressure and he goes down. That was a corner blitz. I didn't see it. I should have moved to the right to avoid it. However, TCU gets the ball back and they are driving with Chandler Morris. I talked a little bit of trash about him earlier in this game, and since then TCU's taken over. It's 21-10 right now. TCU's dominating as Katron Allen gets a carry for -3 yards. That's never a good way to start a drive. Pribula's looking to pass it this time, standing in the pocket, throwing it deep. This one was in one-on-one coverage, however. Saunders couldn't come down with that, bringing up a 3rd and 13. And we still run play action, and Pribula gets hit as he releases it. He was throwing it to Avery DeWalt on Dejo, but he was covered up pretty well. That drive didn't go anywhere. We are still down by 2 scores as we're ending the 3rd quarter, and TCU just got a huge play. However, somehow they end up turning the ball over to us, and I once again simulate a few plays on accident. So on 3rd and inches, we pulled it with Pribula and got the first down. The quarter wasn't over like I thought it was going to be, so that's good. We still have a little bit of time in 3rd quarter to try to answer, and look at this running by Katron Allen. That's a 9-yard pickup, bringing up a 2nd and 1 to truly end the 3rd quarter. Pribula, however, loses yards on that read option. We might have called it a few too many times. It is 21-10 at the end of the 3rd quarter. We are facing an 11-point deficit against the number 20 team in the nation. This is not a good sign for Penn State. We really do hope that we can pull off this win, because we don't want our title aspirations to be ruined or severely hurt against TCU, especially when next week we still have to play Ohio State. And look at this play by Harrison Wallace III. That's a big first down, bringing us down to about the 12-yard line or so. Katron Allen gets it, and he's spinning around for no reason. That was an accidental button hit the first time. The second time was intentional, and it worked. Pribula pulls it on a QB draw, and that one went for -1 yard. That didn't work at all. So on 3rd and 7, we run a little play action, and there we are with Tyler Warren in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. They get this back to a 1-score game. It's about to be 21 to either 16 or 18, depending upon how this 2-point conversion goes. Pribula's back to pass, and he has DeWalt on Dijo across the middle. That's going to make it a 21-18 game as we convert the 2-point conversion. Penn State gets the ball back quickly, though, as TCU went 3 and out on offense, and we take a shot down the field. That's Tyler Warren for 26 yards. We are now past the 50-yard line already. That sets us up with great field position, hoping that we can finally get back and either take a lead or at the very least tie it up, as there we are with DeWalt on Dijo over the top. He goes in for 6 with a 38-yard touchdown reception. Beau Pribula put that one in the perfect spot, leading him up the field. It is 25-21, Penn State in the lead right now in the 4th quarter, and this is our first lead all game. And then there we are with a fumble recovery touchdown. This lead's extended to 12 points as it's 32-21. That is an excellent play from our defense, and that'll likely seal up this game for us, I think, depending upon how this drive goes for TCU, honestly, as they get sacked on 3rd down and then we get the ball back. I think this one's over. I think we'll be able to drain the clock and win it. It's 2nd and 9. Katron Allen gets another carry. He cuts that inside. That is a good run. He runs through a guy, picks up 6, setting us up with a 3rd and 3, which is very, very manageable. Pribula goes on the move, though. He's feeling a little bit of pressure from the backside here. He throws it. That didn't work out, so they're going to get the ball back. However, it's only 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game, so I think we'll be okay. It was a big 4th down, and they couldn't convert it. We get the ball back, 1:49 left in this game. Penn State is gonna beat number 20 TCU, I think, pending a complete meltdown anyway. Singleton getting another carry, and that one goes for 4 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 10, which is a key down right here. We do hand it to Singleton in order to force TCU to use their final timeout. He won't get the 1st down, but we do go for it on 4th down as Pribula's looking to pass this one. Standing in the pocket, he found Saunders underneath. However, he never got to the line to gain, so TCU will get the ball back. They have to answer quick and then maybe get an onside kick in order to win this one. They do answer quick, though. Step 1 is complete. They did, however, not recover the onside kick as we take a knee to end this game out. 32-29 is going to be your final here. Penn State is going to beat TCU. It's great to get a win over another ranked opponent, especially when it's a non-conference ranked opponent that you don't see often. I'm happy with that outcome. Beau Pribula played a great game today as we take a look at stats. He completed 19 of 30 for 233 yards. He finally threw 2 touchdowns and just 1 interception. I felt like lately he's been a bit of a turnover machine. As we're taking a look at stats, Tyler Warren had 9 for 118 and a touchdown. That was a great day out of our tight end. He's not often featured in our offense, but today he stepped up and did a fantastic job for us. Looking at our defense, we had 2 sacks. Isaac and Chop Robinson each had 1. We didn't end up getting any interceptions, I don't think, so that's all right, though. We got some key stops, and we ended up winning this one. Now let's take a look at the Heisman standings. Blake Corum still leads the way this week. He's been fantastic for Michigan. I expect him to have a great year since he did actually return this year to college football. Courtney Reese of UNLV's at number 2. Caleb Williams from USC's 3. Jahmyr Gibbs drops to number 4, and number 5's Trayshawn Ward out of Florida State. The top 5-6 players in the nation. The top 25 orders just moved a little bit. As we look at top 25, we still sit at number 2, and USC leads the way, followed by Ohio State. That is 3 Big Ten teams at the top. That's pretty impressive, followed by a Pac-12 team and then an ACC team before you finally get to the first SEC team. That's kind of shocking when you think about it. SEC's been so dominant lately. It's hard to see them not be one of the top conferences out there. And then you've seen TCU only drop 2 spots with their loss to us. That makes a lot of sense. And then NC State and Miami both entered the top 25 with Ole Miss and BYU dropping out. Oregon State, Florida Atlantic are your first 2 out. And now you'll see next week we have the big one. Number 2 Penn State versus number 3 Ohio State. Diving into the stats a little bit, Ohio State has the better overall team. Their defensive ranking's the same, but everything else is just slightly better. We do score more points a game than them, but they get more yards than us on offense, more rushing yards, and then we beat them in passing yards. This is going to be a close one right here. This is a game I've been looking forward to playing, and I think that if we win this game, we're almost certainly in the college football playoff. Sure, some of them undefeated teams have to lose and maybe get upset in the conference championship game because it's always hard to have 2 teams get in from the same conference. This is LDJ11. I want to thank you for watching my video today. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe There's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could